It was Christmas Eve, and people were still heading home to families on the island of Sodor. How are you two enjoying the snow? I just cleared my whole branch line. At least we won't have to wear these snowploughs tomorrow. That's right! We can all stay in our nice warm sheds. What are you two talking about? Tomorrow is Christmas, silly. There'll be no trains running all day. Great! I like keeping warm. Connor was on the mainland, collecting passengers for the Island of Sodor. But there were too many people, and his coaches were full. Oh no! The train's gonna leave without us! Don't worry, little boy. I'll be back. I promise. There's still one more train before Christmas. You mean Caitlin? No. Gordon? No. Henry? No. Big City Engine? Well, no. The Flying Scotsman? No, I mean me. Do you mean that you expect us to stand on this cold train platform on Christmas Eve waiting for you to go to Sodor and come back again just to pick us up? There's the Christmas spirit. I told you we shouldn't have gone to your mother's. Will you stop already? It was already late by the time Connor got to Knapford Station. Sir, if I could get some more coaches, I can make one more run to the mainland and back. And then everyone will be home for Christmas. You'll have to be quick, Connor. More heavy snow is on the way. Don't you worry, sir. I'm a very fast engine. Coaches, coaches. Where can I find some extra coaches? Take us! Who said that? Take us if you want to be fast. Sounds like the slip coaches to me. Whoops! Those were the dynamite cars. The slip coaches are over here, Thomas. You can uncouple the slip coaches on the move and let them roll into the station. Hey, that's my line. Perfect. I'll be faster than ever if I don't have to stop. Connor hurried back across the island, pulling the slip coaches behind him. But the snow was getting heavier. And the snow was the problem. The engines were struggling to keep the track clear. And poor Sydney had managed to get stuck. I forgot how I got here. But Connor was determined. Meanwhile, at Knapford Station, Sir Topham Hatt was about to make an announcement. The snow is too heavy. The main line is blocked. I'm afraid we won't be able to run any more trains tonight. But what about Connor, sir? The last train will have to be cancelled. But what about all the passengers? I'm sorry, Rosie, but the last train is cancelled. But what about Christmas, sir? For the last time, it's cancelled. But what about all the gingerbread men? What was that, Percy? We ordered special gingerbread men to be made just for you. They were set to arrive on the last train before Christmas. Then what are you all waiting for? Get out there and plow the tracks. Yes, sir. But there was a lot of snow on the line. The engines had to work hard to make sure the tracks were clear for the last train for Christmas. But the snow was deepest near Vickerstown, and Percy was running out of steam. Oh dear, I've never seen snow so deep. Oh no, Sir Topham Hatt was right. The last train will have to be cancelled. But wait! What's that? It was Hero. He had been plowing from the other direction. Way to go, Hero! And now the line was clear for Connor's last train. Thank you, Hero! No problem, Connor. Can one of you guys get me out? Guys? Connor dropped the first slip coach off at the first station. Wait! This isn't our stop! And the second slip coach at the second station. Thomas had just finished clearing the track at the third station when Connor raced through and dropped the last slip coach. But it didn't stop at the station. Connor had uncoupled it too close to the station. Fizzling fireboxes! The passengers will be stranded in the snow. Well, you're a train, Thomas. Why don't you just chuff over there and get it? Oh, right. I hadn't thought of that. Later on at Knapford Station, Connor, you did an excellent job making sure the gingerbread cookies arrived on time. Thank you, Sir Topham Hatt, but I couldn't have done it without all my friends. Thomas, Rosie, Hero, and Percy. Wait, where's Percy? Fellas? Are you coming back? So cold. It was almost Christmas time. Many children were expected on the island of Sodor. All the engines were busy with the final preparations. Sir Topham Hatt wanted this year's Carol Festival to be extra special. Sir Topham Hatt was waiting impatiently for Thomas. Our Christmas tree has arrived just in time. I want you to go and fetch the Christmas tree. Duck can look after Annie and Clarabelle. So Duck loaded up to Annie and Clarabelle. It's the Great Western Way. And off Thomas went on his important mission. Thomas safely collected the tree, but large snowdrifts lay ahead. Oh bother, said Thomas. I mustn't be late. The children are depending on me. Thomas whistled bravely. Thomas tried to move quickly, but the worst was yet to come. Thomas was snowed under. Meanwhile, the other engines were waiting and waiting. They were grumbling about Thomas being late. Silence, said Sir Topham Hatt. Thomas left the station safely, but snow has brought the telephone lines down. What's a telephone line? We must assume he is stranded. The engines were all worried about Thomas, so the twins, Donald and Douglas, set out to find him. Soon, the twins came to a huge snowdrift. Hush, said Donald. I can hear something. Probably the wind, replied Douglas. Ugh, no, listen, insisted Donald. Look, someone's in there. Aye, it must be Thomas. The poor lad must be frozen to the frames in there. So together, the twins started to dig their way in. Ugh, I think I've hit something, said Donald. Ugh, let's bring him out. replied Douglas. So the engines pulled, and soon out came... Ugh, Sydney! What are you doing in there, lad? I forgot what I was doing in there. Ugh, this is ridiculous. We've got to go find Thomas. Well, there was another engine in there, in front of me. So the twins pushed on and on. I've got something, Dougie. Right, it must be Thomas. Let's pull him out. So the twins pulled and pulled until... Diesel, what are you doing in there? I'm full of surprises. We must find Thomas. Well, there was someone else in there in front of me. So the twins went in again and pulled out... Who are you? They call me the Rocket. I've been in there for a very long time. Ugh, this is ridiculous. Come on, Donnie. We've got to find Thomas. There was someone else in front of me in there. So the twins dug again and pulled out... Ah, thank you. Who are you? My name is Hero, but they used to call me the Master of the Railway. Ugh, how long have you been in there? A very, very long time. Ugh, how many engines are in there? So the twins pulled and pulled and pulled. Welcome, Stanley. Until they finally pulled out Thomas the Tank Engine. Wow, thanks a lot, guys. Now let's get back to Knapford. Later that night at Knapford Station, as Sir Topham Hatt lit the Christmas tree that Thomas had brought. 3 cheers for Thomas the Tank Engine, who made this all possible. And a special thank you to you two. You pulled more than half my engines out of snowdrifts today. Exactly how many engines were stuck in the snow? Ugh, we have no idea, Gordon. We just kept pulling and pulling until finally Thomas came out. We're just grateful he was the last one. Wait, I never said I was the last one in there. Say, has anyone seen Percy? Thomas, are you still in here? So cold. Letters to Santa. It was almost Christmas on the Island of Sodor. All the children had been busy writing letters to Santa, and today was the last chance to mail them to Santa. Once the postman had collected all of the letters, Percy would take them up to Vicarstown, where Percy would deliver them to Hero, who would take it across the mainland, who would bring it to Jeremy, where Jeremy would fly off to the North Pole. Ho, ho, ho! Looks like more lumps of coal for the children of Sodor. It was Percy's job to get the letters to Vicarstown, but it was a difficult job to do with snow on the line. Have to hurry! Mail coming through! Hello, Percy. Are you okay? Yes, of course, Harold. Perhaps you'd like me to take the letters to Vicarstown. Snow on the tracks is no problem for me. No, thank you, Harold. It's my job to deliver the mail. I only meant that you seem to be struggling. I am not struggling. Okay, suit yourself. I'm off to tour the rest of the island. Why does that whirlybird think he's so much better than everyone else? Hello, Percy. What's the matter? The snow is making me slow, Thomas. And I have to get the last letters to Santa. Well, it's not the snow's fault, Percy. You've always been slow. Passing. I have to get these letters to Hero at Vicarstown. Then Hero has to take them across the mainland to Jeremy. And then Jeremy has to take them all the way to the North Pole. Wow! That's nothing, Percy. I've been to India, China, and Australia. I don't really see how that's relevant, Thomas. I'd love to go to the North Pole. I want to see the world. Wait, Percy. You forgot one parcel. But Percy was too far away to hear. I can help. Percy was hurrying as fast as he could, while Harold chased after him. Percy, wait for me! You need to slow down, Percy! Sorry, Harold, but I'm late. But Percy, I've got some of your mail. Percy didn't realize that Harold was trying to help him. He thought Harold was just showing off again. I'm not slow. I'll show Harold. Percy! I'm winning! I'm winning! Percy! Look out in front of you! Oh no! Oh dear. I suppose you think this is funny, don't you, Harold? Oh, I don't think this is funny at all, Percy. I think it's hilarious. I was trying to tell you that you forgot a mail sack. I brought it here for you to deliver. Oh. Well, it doesn't matter now. There's snow blocking my path. Now none of these letters will get to Santa. Perhaps I can take them across the island to Vicarstown for you. Then Santa would still get the letters. Oh, wow. That's very kind of you, Harold. Anything to help you out, Percy. You're my friend, even though you're slow and outdated. Soon, Harold was loaded with all the letters to Santa. Thank you so much, Harold. No problem, Percy. Good thing we helicopters are so much better than you silly trains. Traveling in the winter weather wasn't easy for Harold either. Oof, I can't see where I'm going. Oof. Oof. So Harold was late on his way to Vicarstown to meet Hero. So Hero left the station. Hero, wait! I'm very late, Harold. I wasted too much time waiting for Percy. I cannot wait any longer. Well, I have time to stop now. Well, I brought you some mail, Hero. Later on at Tidmouth Sheds. What's wrong, Percy? Did you get the mail delivered on time? No, Thomas. I got stuck in a snowdrift. Harold had to take my mail to Hero, but he also pointed out how much better helicopters are than steamies. I let everyone down. You certainly did. No, you didn't, Percy. Christmas is about helping each other and doing what's right. Maybe Harold just wanted to make sure the letters were delivered to Santa. And isn't that the most important thing? The next day, Percy heard some terrible news. Percy, did you hear the terrible news? Harold didn't return to the Sodor Search and Rescue Center last night. Good. Percy, you're supposed to be in the Christmas spirit. You're right, Toby. I'm gonna go see if I can find him. So Percy removed his cars and headed off to find Harold the helicopter. All the tracks had been cleared, but Percy couldn't find Harold anywhere. Finally, Percy found Harold trapped in a snowbank. Harold, are you okay? I'm covered in snow and can't go anywhere, Percy. Now I know what it feels like to be a train. Did you manage to get all the letters to Hero? Well, that was no problem, Percy. But I didn't check if I had enough fuel to make it back to Sodor. So now I might have to spend Christmas in this field. Well, I'm not gonna let that happen, Harold. One good turn deserves another. Later on, Percy returned back to Harold with a tanker full of fuel. But why did you bring my fuel to me, Percy? You helped me out yesterday, Harold. So now it's my turn to help you. Percy and Harold had discovered the true meaning of Christmas. That Christmas is all about helping each other out and taking care of one another. Hey Harold, do you want to race back to Sodor? You're on, Percy. But as Harold and Percy started to race, Harold began to spin and sputter. Percy, what kind of fuel did you give me? Diesel fuel. Diesel? But I take octane. Now who's old and outdated? The missing Christmas decorations. It was Christmas time on the Island of Sodor. Lights and decorations were going up everywhere. Oh, the indignity. Passengers were carrying presents to give to their friends and family. And there was even a Christmas tree at Tidmouth sheds. Well, who put the tree in the middle of the track? The Diesel Works had a few decorations too. Diesel 10 wasn't very happy. The Steamies have a lot more decorations than we do. I went to Tidmouth Sheds and they had loads of decorations. What about me? I'm a decoration.
No, you're not. You're a Diesel.
Never mind about Sydney. We need some more decorations. And I know just where to get them. Paxton, come with me. But Sir Topham had asked me to. Never mind that. Come with me. That night, when Thomas and his friends came back to Tidmouth Sheds, they were very surprised. Where's our Christmas tree? I don't know. Maybe it's invisible. Maybe it got knocked over. Well, who would knock over a Christmas tree? Maybe it was stolen. But who would steal someone else's Christmas tree? Meanwhile, at the Diesel Works, oh, the tree's fallen over again. Maybe you should prop it up against something. There. Our very own Christmas tree. What we need now is some lights and a big decoration for the top of the tree. Don't forget about me. I'm hanging over the Christmas tree. Yes, Sydney. You look great up there. Paxton, come with me. That night, when Thomas and his friends came back to Tidmouth Sheds, they had another surprise. Oh dear! Where are all our lights? Maybe it's invisible. This is outrageous! Someone is taking all our decorations. But who could take someone else's Christmas lights? I thought you were going to put the lights on the Christmas tree. You can be our decoration, Sydney. Since you're hanging around up there, waiting for your wheels. Well, we do need to put something on the tree. I know where we can get some garland. Eh, Paxton? No, Diesel 10. I have to go collect that flatbed for Sir Topham Hatt. The next day, while the Steamies were out working, Diesel 10 came sneaking into Tidmouth Sheds. But he didn't notice that Percy was watching him. Gotcha! Diesel 10! I didn't see you there. This is the worst thing you've ever done, Diesel 10. Really? I caused Lady to crash, then I tried to destroy her and Mr. Conductor, and after that I took over the steamworks. But you think stealing garland is the worst thing I've ever done. Put that back right now. Make me. Out of my way, silly Steamy.
Come on, Edward, he's got our garland.
Catch me if you can. Come on, Thomas. Okay, Percy. Come on, Emily. You got it, Percy. Soon the whole steam team was after Diesel 10. Diesel 10 led them right to the diesel works. Hold it right there, Diesel 10. That's our Christmas tree. And those are our lights. And that's our garland, too. He's on to us, boss. Get them! Fellas. Fellas. Hey, fellas! Look at what Sir Topham Hatt sent us. You have your own Christmas decorations, Diesel 10. We want ours back. Oh, very well. So the Steamies left with their Christmas decorations. Except for Percy. Sydney, how long have you been up there? I'm not too sure, Percy. About 2 years. 2 years? That's a very long time. Yeah, I've been waiting on me wheels. I think they misplaced the order. Then, Percy got an idea. Later on his way back to Tidmouth sheds, Percy stopped by Knapford Station to talk with Sir Topham Hatt. Thomas and his friends were very happy to have the decorations back. Oh no, not those diesels again. It's okay. Is that Sydney? Yes, Gordon, it's me. Thank you, Percy, for giving me the best present ever. My new wheels. You gave a present to a diesel? Why didn't you give the rest of us anything? Christmas is about being kind to one another. That's why the rest of the diesels sent me to give you these. Wow, Sydney, what are they? They're special holiday candles. Well, how will we light a candle? We'll light them with my Christmas lights. Hey, those candles make a neat sound. After the explosion. Oh, the indignity.